again. Now, got to get a blade. Open up a new pack of blades. I've just got to trim this fin up. And what that means is I've just got to trim all the front and back, because you don't sand that off and just creating work you don't need to do. So what you do is you get your blade. First one I'll go down the back here. There you go, so I'll just trim that all smooth. Then I'll do the front. This side. Because I let this go a little bit harder than what it should have been, but the front's fine. This part will sand off real easy. There we go. This part will come off easy. And this part, all that'll happen here, a bit of 60 grit and I'll knock that off. Right. So I'll just pick up a couple of these bits of fragments that come off. Don't want them going everywhere. Want it nice and neat. Yep, that's beautiful. Now, what I'm going to do is I've mixed up 9 litres of resin, and that should be enough to do what I'm doing here, but in saying that, I've got to have enough of my finish coat. So what I'm going to do, yes, I'm going to mixing it again. What I want to do here is get enough resin, move that out the road, so I've got my finish coat covered. Okay, I want to make sure I've got plenty of resin left. So that's my finish coat. Now, I'm about to do my filler coats, and just to make sure I should have half a litre left. You always have that bonus bit of resin. So I'll just mix up my 3 mixes. That's for my lap. It's for one side. And it looks like I'm going to have a bit left over. That's fine. More than enough. So what I might do, I might use up what I'm going to have left, and I will make a fin up. Not for Mike's board, but just a general fin. So I'll use that bit of resin up. I'll make a little fin panel. Alright, let me clean this off. I just dropped resin all over this, which I don't want on the end. Right, so that's fine. That's all mixed up. That can go in the bin. Now, where's the lid? There it is. Yeah, It's only like, oh geez, $8 for the litre of resin, or maybe a touch more, but you just don't want to not have enough. Okay, it's very important to make sure you've got the right amount. Now, I'm going to turn this into filler resin. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Need some more wax. Now when you're making up your filler resin or making up your wax solution, take some styrene, there we go, get rid of that, get rid of that. See how it goes dark where it's not dark, it's clear, it's where the light's going into it, so I need 7 more. 1, 2. There we go. Right, so that's what I call my filler resin done. Now I'll just stir this up. Hot mix. There we go. Now, got to get my pigment brush out, because you don't want to use your good brush, obviously, because it will fuck it up. So I just use my pigment brush. Right, so I paint some on here. This is just making sure I've got plenty of filler resin covering the spots I don't want to over sand into it, because this is where strength is, in this cloth. Yeah, do the lap. Sorry, give that a quick brush. Yeah, that looks good. It's funny, when this is sanded, it'll just go one colour, one solid colour. It's going to look amazing. And this extra bit of, you can call it a cheetah coat, you can call it anything you want. Just that extra bit of resin. And then the finish coat will be in the same colour, so there won't be any movement. When I say movement, there won't be any sort of being able to see anything underneath it. It's just going to be total solid and really strong. Right, so that's enough. Now give my brush a clean. Now, just let me stir the other. There we go. Stir the wax in. Takes a little while, but I'll do this while I'm waiting. See there, see how it's just all one colour? A lot of people do this type of thing where they do a board and then they whack a gel coat over the whole thing, but the moment you get a scratch on a rock or something, your board's fucked. So if you're going to want a pigment board, just do the whole thing in pigment. And you'll get a really good result at the end of it. Very good result. That's a gel. Come on. Quick walk around, make sure there's no drips. Yeah, I'm going to sand this to Sabo, so looking forward to it. Right, that's mixed in, I'll do this one too. It's gelling now. Go. Now, it's gelled there. Just waiting for it to gel. The only reason it's gelled there is because that's where the fin is. So I just need it to gel here and then I'll whack the next coat on. There, come on, nearly there. I'll start mixing the hardener in. Yep, that's gelling. this again. Bit of resin up the fin. As I say, I don't want to have heaps of weave coming up around this fin. So when I sand this resin, I'll be pretty far away from the weave, which means maximum strength. Okay, this board is a board you want to last for a bloody long time. I've got to rub this off. I don't want any air pockets on it. Easiest way is just use your hand or a squeegee. Sometimes you just got to use your hand. I'm going to shut this because I don't want the direct light on it. Don't want it making one part go off quicker than the other. Oh. Pretty happy with that. Clean the brush. There we go. There we go. Right, so enhance. Looking good. Okay, I'll come back in about 10 minutes. I'll come back in about 10 minutes and get this done. Solid. Looking good.